What is up everybody, my name is BobaTalks and welcome to a brand new Gotham video. This will be a trailer breakdown for the preview of next week's episode, and the preview clip is called Out of the Ashes a Dark Hero Will Rise, and the episode is called Pretty Hate Machine. Now I just want to apologise for last week not even doing a single video. I mean, I'm sure many of you are aware that I'm kind of taking a little bit of a break at the minute because my hands are screwing up. But I did normally say that I would be doing a trailer breakdown for a couple of things, but last week I failed, so I just want to apologise for that, but I'm sure most of you will be fine with that. But this week's Gotham trailer video, whatever you want to call it, is definitely happening because you wouldn't be watching this otherwise. Now, before I get into the breakdown of the trailer or the clip or whatever you want to call it, I will show the clip that Fox or Gotham themselves have actually released, and then I'll break it down the usual way, guys. So anyway, roll the trailer.
The day of judgment has come to Gotham.
Why is Bruce Wayne here?
The Court of Owls is planning an attack on the city. Be ready for anything.
This will trigger the bomb, and out of the ashes, a dark hero will rise.
This is my destiny.
Press the button, Bruce.
Gotham must fall.
There's only one episode left until the two-part season finale, Gotham all new Monday.
So the synopsis of this episode is the following. Gordon races against the clock to save the city from the Alice Tetch virus, when Lee Thompkins intercepts with a plan of her own. Also, Alfred sees a big change in Bruce Wayne after his work with the Shaman. Meanwhile, some of Gotham's most deranged villains band together. Bruce is almost gone as emotionless as Clone Bruce. The day of judgment has come to Gotham. So it looks like the Shaman is in fact the leader of the Court of Owls, or like, could be wrong, but since we learned that Catherine is not, it does seem to be that, the Shaman could, be this overall character that was actually pulling the branches of the Court of Owls this entire time. And we have learned that the scene we have been teased in with other promos of future episodes, namely this one, where there are dead Court of Owls members at the table, is because the Shaman ordered it, and the Talons all obey him with brainwashed Bruce at his side. We hear Jim say the Court of Owls is planning attack on the city, be ready for anything, and we see that the scene followed by this is also another clip we have already seen before as well, of Alfred, Harvey and Jim walking in on the Court of Owls' dead bodies that were killed by the Talons by the order of the Shaman. Now, what we do know is that the Shaman has been in contact to Catherine prior, the last episode, so he definitely was involved in the Court of Owls, but as to why he's killing all of these court members, maybe he just didn't like the way the court was working and he just almost wanted to do it himself and completely rewrite the court in his own way, with Bruce being his, number one guy as well. But let me know why you think he's, killing all the core members of the Court of Owls sitting at that table. We see here that the Shaman is telling Bruce that this device will trigger the bomb, followed by Hugo Strange yet again configuring the device that will release the weaponized Alice Tetch virus on the whole of Gotham City, but not by Hugo's own choice. As we all know, they're basically threatening his life otherwise. So I do wish Hugo would come into a bit of his own and put up a little bit of a fight for himself maybe, but at the end of the day he is kind of this evil genius and not necessarily much of a physical threat, so I guess it is kind of hard for him. We also keep seeing the Shaman egging Bruce on, also saying that out of the ashes a dark hero will rise, which is really appealing to Bruce's want for a purpose, which has been quite a focus for the latter half of this season of Gotham, with Bruce more and more stepping into the role of the Batman philosophy. We also see a bit of Nigma working with Butch, which is funny within itself because we all know how much Butch resents Nigma alongside Tabitha. However, the person we see on the other end of Nigma's gun is Penguin and Ivy. Now, what we have learned from the previous episode is that Nigma and Penguin are now free game to kill each other after helping each other escape from the Court of Owls. But will it really be as simple as this moment that is being shown in the trailer? Since Butch hates Nigma so much, maybe we could actually see Butch double-cross Nigma in this moment in the episode and prevent Oswald from being killed here and then. I mean, it's not like he's going to die either way, but still, how do you think that Ivy and Oswald are going to get out of this being held at gunpoint? Possibly could it be one of their freaks that, saves the day? Let me know in the comments below. So now going back to Bruce, the Shaman, and the whole plot to destroy the city via the Alice Tetch overload. We see Bruce here saying that this is my destiny. So yet again, we see how the shaman really converted Bruce into this false purpose, thinking that if he does this, he'll be doing potentially the right thing. But really, he is doing it because he has essentially been brainwashed by the shaman and will actually do anything the shaman asks of him. And most importantly, Bruce has actually locked away the very thing that kind of defines his foundation as Batman one day, which is the very opposite of what, you know, should be happening. But you can see how the show here, by the shaman telling Bruce to lock away his mother's pearls, is actually taking him further away from the Bat future. But I'm confident we'll see Bruce actually snap out of this one way or another and realize actually by holding on to his parents' death is actually what will fuel his ambition and springboard him into his Batman philosophy even more, rather than rejecting and throwing that all away, because that will just give us more of a hollow Talon Bruce, really. We also see that the brilliant James Gordon, as always, seems to, you know, just be there in time. Well, in fact, around 26 seconds left of time to attempt and try and stop this Alice Tetch bomb from destroying the whole of Gotham City via the city itself tearing itself apart. So I think maybe Alfred might get to the Shaman, or Shaman, whatever way you want to say it, and Bruce in time to stop them from pressing the remote detonator, as there are actually photos out there of Bruce and Alfred in, you know, up in this building on set. But at the same time, the Shaman would cause quite a problem for even Alfred's skills. As we know, the Shaman seems to be a bit of a badass as well. But that's going to be interesting to see how that, you know, even unfolds with Alfred on that set. But anyway, the next scene does actually show that an Alice Tetch mega airborne bomb goes off successfully in a very public place. So is this trailer just being deceptive and this isn't the mega bomb that will turn the whole city against itself? Or is it one of many that are supposed to go off? Either way, I'm kind of confident that this shot here of this bomb, which is definitely going to screw over a lot of people within the vicinity with the Alice Tetch virus, isn't necessarily the one that we'll see Jim at. Otherwise, you know, you would have thought he would have got infected. So I'm not sure about that. But unless he gets out in time, but that would be cutting it close. But what do you guys think? Many bombs or just one? And if it is just one, it looks like it will definitely go off, you know, from what we actually see in this trailer. And we do see a lot of the virus actually going straight up where I assume a window is, and, you know, out into the air of the city. So it definitely with the rush that it is, you know, the momentum it's going at, will go a long way from just this one location. And if this is the case, ladies and gentlemen, it could birth plenty of new problems and, more importantly, villains for Gotham's future Batman to sort out. Now, in regards to the whole Lee thing, guys, I know a lot of you believed she was infected beforehand because of Mario's blood, but I did call it all this time. I knew she wasn't infected, you know, prior to what happened in the latest episode. But obviously now Lee is infected. But I have been seeing a lot of comments saying that a lot of you are saying, "Oh, Lee is Harley Quinn now," but because she's infected, that means she's Harley Quinn. I don't necessarily agree with that. Still, I'm not saying that she isn't going to be Harley Quinn, because I don't know the answer. For all we know, it still is Barbara in terms of what they're pointing towards. But at the same time, who knows? This whole Barbara massive character change thing could be a complete front to hide the fact that Lee is going to be Harley, so, or the proto Harley. I mean, I think a lot of people are forgetting what Gotham is going to go with this Harley Quinn type character. It might not necessarily be Harley Quinn herself. But either way, don't worry, I'm definitely on top of this whole Lee thing, or, you know, this whole storyline and what you guys are guessing about. I might even do an individual video about where Lee could be heading, but for now, we can only time will tell. I do believe that Jim will fight for Lee. I mean, what has been teased at WonderCon, I'm just kind of repeating it, really. I do believe that Jim will kind of save Lee from this Alice Tetch virus, and potentially maybe even cure her. This whole potential cure thing could be what we have seen in shoots being filmed by other people, with Jim and Harvey and the Mad Hatter running away from Barbara, Butch, and Tabitha, who knows, he could be really needing the Mad Hatter to sort out all these problems we've seen that are coming out in next week's episode and from what we've seen in this trailer. But I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think that Lee now being infected magically makes her the Harley Quinn over Barbara? Just because her name is Lee doesn't necessarily mean her full name is HarLEEn, but I get where people are going with that. Or do you still think they're going to stick to their guns in terms of what has been so heavily teased about Barbara? Let me know in the comments below. But apart from that, guys, I hope you enjoyed this trailer breakdown. As for if you're asking about my hands, they're still unfortunately more or less the same. I am working on improving it, but who knows, I will slowly step up my video game, but don't worry, I will take rest as well. I know some of you will be typing that in the comment section if I didn't say that otherwise. But anyway, everybody, leave a like on this video if you did enjoy it, and if you aren't subscribed to this channel already, subscribe to stay up to date with more videos just like this. Be sure to follow me on all my social medias if you want to stay a little bit more up to date with me, guys. But apart from that, everybody, I'll see you in the next video, whenever that will be. But don't worry, I will be pumping up a bit more from now on. And yeah, apart from that, everybody, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.